Look at my look, could I be more glam? Probably. Yeah, definitely. So, Sister Act has had a rough production history. As most shows that had a 2020 days in the calendar have had. Lockdown hit on the first day of their rehearsals, 2 postponements, and the inevitable exit of original Dolores Van Cartier, Whoopi Goldberg, from the cast. However, after all of that, thankfully, Sister Act has finally managed to get its month-long run at the Eventim Apollo. The 27th of July was the opening night. Everything was set. I had an invite, and then every train got cancelled, so I couldn't go. But thankfully, thanks for the theatre gods at Today Takes, I managed to grab a rush ticket for the matinee for the day after. So I can still talk about Sister Act. Look at that! Hooray! So, does this version of Sister Act make me want to raise my voice, or does it make me feel nothing? I really wrote that into the script. I really wrote that joke into the script. I have never been more disappointed in myself. Let's find out! Oh, you haven't seen my face before? Hi, I'm Ellie. I talk about theatre. I review shows. I talk about shows. It's in the name. If you want to see me talk about more shows, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out. Helps out the channel. And also like this video right now. I know you haven't even seen the video yet, but like it. Just like the video. Just press the button. Now, the weird events that occur to the show means that it is in a absolutely giant theatre with a really short month-long run, as it was originally planned to accommodate Whoopi Goldberg's schedule. And however, it still maintains this busy schedule 2 years after, with no Whoopi in sight. The Eventim is not really a space for musicals. It's got a very narrow stage. It was originally designed as a cinema. It's got so many seats, and now it's normally just used for big TV productions and comedy sets. But I think if any musical could fill this space, I think Sister Act had, honestly, one of the best chances. And I think it's clear that the production does everything it can to try and accommodate itself in this larger theatre. But I do think it is sometimes clear that this space is just a little bit too big for it. I don't think it's a massive detriment to the production, but it is noticeable in places. That's why I'm quite curious how this is going to do on tour in regional theatres. I think it's most clear that it fills the space in its biggest numbers. Songs like Raise Your Voice and Sunday Morning Fever are like these big numbers with full casts and massive dances and big belty numbers and moments that really do fill the space. I think these numbers are the show's biggest strengths, and it's clear that they know that, and they throw everything they can into these moments. A set design could also fill a space, but I almost think it's too tame in some areas. It serves exactly what the show needs, which is a church-style set that is slowly taken over by the soul music and the showbiz glam of Dolores. The arches that surround the stage becoming bright and colourful. I think the best moment for the set comes in Act 2 during what I will call Dolores' soliloquy. Or is that a monologue? I guess there's other people on stage, so it would technically be a monologue. Okay, there's parts of it where she's it's a song. Why am I calling it? It's not even like a speech. The song title is Sister Act. What am I saying? I think this is the moment where the set feels aptly showbiz, and they really take advantage of the space and the grandiose nature of this theatre. Now, with all that aside, I have a lot more praise for the costumes in the production, which feels so solidly in like the 70s period and so beautifully flashy. It's clear they have a lot of fun with these costumes. For example, Dolores's pre-convent look, which is so glittery and beautiful. I want it. Oh my god, I want it. With those stunning boots. Girl. The final glittery nun looks, even though I would have wished that, Dolores and Mother Superior weren't in black, maybe a white. I would have liked a white. Maybe a white. I don't know. Am I being picky? Very much so. And my personal favourite look in the show being a look that's only on stage for about a minute, which is one that Clive Rowe actually manages to rock as Eddie. They really extend the kind of campness and fun energy and the brightness of the show into the costumes, and that's really appreciated. But I think my highest praise for this production goes towards the cast. The casting directors for the show really did strike gold. It's just such a talented cast. Now, while Beverley Knight normally leads production, I actually had the great honour of catching Sandra Marvin, who is going to be Dolores and Cartier on the upcoming tour. Now, she is amazing in this role. Her vocals are fresh and impressive. Her rendition of Fabulous Baby just stops the show, like, right at the very start. Next up is Jennifer Saunders as the Mother Superior, who we all have to thank for the greatest piece of animated art in the history of cinema. The I Need a Hero scene from Shrek 2. And I am not joking. That scene lives in my mind rent-free. I love it so much. She is an icon, she is a legend, and she is indeed the moment. Now, come on now. Saunders has a lot of good moments as Mother Superior. She's a great foil to Dolores, and she uses her great comedy chops to really sell all of the kind of snarky dialogue that she has towards Dolores. While her voice and her vocals are not as powerful as someone like Sandra Marvin or some of the other cast members in this production, I think she more than makes up with that, with the way that she carries herself in the role. Our supporting cast are all absolutely fantastic. Clive Rowe is so fun as Eddie. I wish we got to see more of him because his character isn't actually in the show too much. And I almost feel that's a little bit of a detriment to the relationship between him and Dolores. Keala Settle continues her non-stop tour of London and UK theatre in this show after her stint in Anne Juliet as the nurse. She plays Mary Patrick, who is characteristically so bright and joyful in anything that she does, often to some great comedic effect. But the biggest standout in the entire supporting cast is Lizzie Bea, who is honestly one of my picks for early Olivier contenders next year in this role. In this show, she just proves that she is one of the West End's new biggest stars. Her vocals are so powerful. She acts her song, The Life I Never Led, with such sincerity. She is just at the top of her game in this show, and so impressive. Talking about the show itself, the score is mostly strong. I think there's a lot of numbers that stand out a lot more than the others. Fabulous Baby, Raise Your Voice, Life I Never Led, Sunday Morning Fever, Spread the Love Around. These are like the strongest that the score gets. And then there's also some songs that are okay. While these aren't my favourite songs, they do offer fun moments into production, such as Curtis's song, which is a really jazzy, upbeat number about wanting to kill someone. And, of course, Dolores' 11 o'clock number. The book follows the film extremely faithfully. If you are a massive fan of the film, you're gonna find all your favourite moments in here as well. Its additions don't take away from the show too much, and it doesn't really take any big swings away from the original source material, like a musical like Beetlejuice does. I think the comedy that they add into the show really works well on stage, with some extremely witty dialogue. My favourite being a lot of Mother Superior's kind of odd comments towards Dolores, which comically highlight her distaste towards her. On the whole, Sister Act is a really solid production, and it's a lot of fun. I think in a time with a lot of stress and hardship for a lot of people, I think this is a kind of musical that people can appreciate. It's a true piece of musical escapism. It's funny, it's camp, it's silly. It's everything that you want from like a big production in musical theatre. I think this is the type of production that's going to appeal to a lot of people. It's a really good kind of commercial piece of theatre. If you're a fan of the original film, if you like big flashy musicals, I'd highly recommend grabbing a ticket to see it at the Eventim or on tour. But have you seen Sister Act? Have you seen the original film? Have you seen the musical? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below. And just tell me I look pretty. It really helps my confidence. If you did enjoy this video, it would be really helpful if you could like and subscribe to the channel. I'll bring you theatre content every single week. But that's it for me today. I'm gonna go and listen to I Need a Hero from Shrek again because Jesus Christ, that is a good song. Bye.